It's no secret that the Las Vegas Raiders will have one of the most dominant D-lines in the entire NFL this year. That's right, we're hanging that banner already. We've already talked about it quite a bit, but I think specifically with the personnel that they've added, you talk about bringing in Chandler Jones from the Arizona Cardinals. You talk about signing Bilal Nichols, the draft that they had, all of it. I think the defensive line is going to set the tone for the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, when we talk about setting the tone, you have and it doesn't even just stop with the 4-3. It stops with also what all the different things that are going to come with the 3-4 as well. So, I know that right now you look at Max Crosby and a guy like Chandler Jones as being your starting, as being your starting guys for your defense on that, specifically at that edge spot. And I understand that, but if you take a look at the rest of this depth chart, Max Crosby, Bilal Nichols, Jonathan Hankins, Chandler Jones, that's probably going to be, this is for a 4-3, by the way. So this is probably going to be your starting defensive line for that 4-3. But this is just our generic, not even including the 3-4, which at that point, okay, Jonathan Hankins probably going to be your nose tackle. Bilal Nichols, probably going to be that 5-tech. Also, probably Cleveland Farrell going to be that 5-tech, as well as Vernon Butler. Matthew Butler, as well as Neil Farrell Jr. All those guys could definitely be 5-techs. Just playing on that outside shoulder of the tackle and do some damage. Definitely do some damage. I think that would be big time stuff for, in that case. So you also talk about a lot of the different things that, if they do incorporate the Raiders, which they will incorporate things in terms of that 3-4, you will have guys like, Malcolm Koonce coming off the edge, Kyler Fackrell, who had double-digit sacks. Nobody talks about the former Boise State standout. Nobody does. It's a shame because, I really think that just this, you look at the generic defensive line already, I think it just starts right there, with Max Crosby, Chandler Jones, all those guys, it looks great. But if you look at the 3-4, if you look at all the different things that this defense is going to do and can do, oh baby, I love it. And when I talk about setting the tone, if you can get a defensive line that gets after the quarterback, makes it tough to run the football as well, it just sets the tone for everything else. And when I say set the tone, I'm talking helping out your younger cornerback room. We talk about Rocky Ya-Sin, really the oldest, I think, you got Deron Harmon in there as well, so he's one of the older players out there. But other than that, I mean, it's a little bit on the scare side when we talk about this younger Raiders cornerback room. So, you got Rocky Ya-Sin starting at one side and then Trayvon Mullen Jr. starting on the other side. If he lives up to his potential, watch out. But, with those younger corners, you need a defensive line that's going to get after the quarterback, that's going to stop the run, that's going to make life a lot easier for your linebackers, and that will get the job done. I think if you take a look at Max Crosby and Chandler Jones, they are going to do absolutely that. Then again, it's also all about the other weapons that they'll have in that 3-4. Again, Chandler Jones and Max Crosby Max Crosby could probably be a tweener in terms of he could probably play a little bit of an outside linebacker as well as in that 5-tech as well. But again, it's also guys like Cleveland Farrell that will bring you so much value. Zach Van Valkenburg coming up out of Iowa. I love the former Hawkeye. I think he's going to do a lot for this defensive line. There's just so much talent, and as well as Myron Tagovailoa Amosa. I'm excited to see what the former UDFA can do as well. There's just from top to bottom, this defensive line is, yes, it's got the superstar talent, but it's also got the depth to be able to make some noise as well. And I'm really, really excited for it because I think it will all come back to leading to those guys that specifically the defensive line setting the tone for the rest of the defense. And again, if they can just keep offenses from, keep them being drugged up and down the field, allow that 21 to 25 points a game. Let's put it this way. If the Raiders have a top 20 defense this year, I think they at least make the divisional round. Absolutely. If they have a top 15, I think they could win a Super Bowl. That's how good this offense is, and it's been a travesty. I know last year was kind of an anomaly, but overall, if this defense can just make a stop, there's so much going on that offense that I think could be dangerous. Just get the Raiders to a top 15 defense, and then watch what this offense does to pick up the slack. And it all starts on the defensive line setting the tone. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. Give us a like and a follow there. Also remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the Las Vegas Raiders defensive line setting the tone for the Raiders defense.